The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Hunter, you obviously had a good relationship with Hunter.
Yeah, just met him through Mortar, and he got me to do the show down here. He actually got diagnosed that weekend, man. Like, he wasn't feeling good, like, for ages. And fucking the weekend that he was down here to do the show, he got diagnosed in Adelaide, you know what I mean, with cancer. That's fucked up. And we were going to do more shows. I was going to go to Melbourne with him and back to Perth because I was just heaps close to Perth cunts back then. And, you know what I mean, it just never happened.
Yeah,
I only spoke to him, like, seriously, probably about another 5 times, like, since, you know what I mean, because he just wasn't the same, you know what I mean? Like, I did all my contacting in the middle of the night. Everyone who fucking knew me back then knows that. You fucking get a call at 3 o'clock in the morning, you answer that shit. And, you know what I mean, because he was sick and that, just tone it down a bit.
And so did you know him a fair bit prior to him, you know, getting that bad news?
Only a year or so, like, through Mortar. Like, Mortar come down here to... I don't know what he fucking come here for, but he stayed for about a year and got to know all of us heaps well. Did heaps of music. That's what led to, like, Volume 3 being announced with him as the host.
And then, so do you remember...
And him and Hunter were like, they were closer than probably any clandestine member. You know, like, they were all close as shit, but Hunter was like Mortar's best mate, you know what I mean?
And I heard all sorts of funny stories about Hunter, you know, and when you hear him on record, he sounds like a real funny dude.
Yeah.
Do you remember any, like, real funny stories?
Oh, like, yeah, like what? Just personally
Yeah,
stories.
just like Hunter
He was
stories.
always drunk as, man. Like, fucking, you know what I mean? I mean, he was about as rowdy as on the other end as I was on this end, you know what I mean? He was a fucking party animal. Well, yeah. I've got some funny stories I'll tell you after that.
Not for the camera.
He's gone, man. Can't tell shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll tell you some stories.
Nah, I heard he was a how do I word it? Just a real good cunt.
One thing I could tell you, right? I've done a lot of shows with a lot of people, man, and I was like blown away, right? This one thing, being on stage with Hunter, everyone knew every fucking word to every song. You know, like, you get up with Strut and they'll know the Monopoly, and it's not that they don't know it, but they will sing that fucking song. You know, there's songs that people sing, you know, like louder than they performed. I swear, with Hunter's set, the whole fucking set, and I didn't know the songs, you know, because I'm not the biggest Oz hip hop fan. I don't really know the old shit. And they're like, you know, all those old barbecue songs and shit. Cunts loved them, man. There's like fucking 30 cunts just fucking screaming them at me. Every song.
So how'd you end up being like, you know, Aussie hip hop really wasn't your cup of tea, but you ended up being the dude with the most legendary Aussie
living
hip
it, man. I
hop
lived in
mixtapes.
Australia, man. You know? A lot of cunts, you know what I mean? Like, what? Because I didn't grow up on that shit. I liked it. A lot of, you know, I liked a lot of Australian music. I remember when Vince came out, he was probably, some of his songs would hit home with me full on, you know what I mean? And then just grew to love it as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And fucking, like the Cunt of the Year song, you know what I mean? Jimmy, like, Concepts used to help me fucking shape a lot of the Australian music that I did, because he was real close, and he's got a fucking real good music brain, so he'd help me. And then by the end of Volume 1, I knew the shit as well as he did. You know what I mean? It just wasn't my shit, and then it was, man. I take pride in it, hardcore. And you listen to anything that I've ever done, it was a little bit different to what the artist did by themselves, you know what I mean? Definitely. Just try to shape it without fucking forcing, you know?
Yeah. But you could tell it's
just
got...
shit like the Bottle Shop and that, you know what I mean? It was fuck the game up.
That was so dope, man.
Yeah. Charles did that, like, I was doing shit like that, and Charles did that and passed it to me one night. We were all drinking. Everyone was fucking spewing, and then I got that in my hand. I was cranking it. I was dancing around Beats' house, and everyone was like crying. It's like, here goes the game.
And then, so why did Trials? Why did Trials end up being the host of the first one?
I was just fucking couldn't go elsewhere, really, man. You know what I mean? He was living with Jimmy Concepts at the time, and it was just, you know, just everything. You know, me and him, he understood and got along with me. And I knew he'd work well. You know what I mean? Just asked him, and he said, yeah. Like, I think I might have actually asked Simplex and him at the same time.
And Trials just got back to you first, I guess.
Yeah, fucking hell.
The lesson.
Oh, yeah.